Hi everyone, it's Diane from Angel Aura Spiritual Boutique here in the village of Pauling. Welcome. We are live from our shop here in the village, and tonight with us we have psychic medium Pina, Lady of the Light.
Yeah.
Welcome, Pina.
Thank you.
And Joe.
How's it going, everyone?
Do you want to tell us a little bit about you, Joe?
So, I am a psychic intuitive and metaphysical life coach. I help a lot of people with blockages, shadow working, and manifesting what they want in their life, and also full readings, psychic readings. I work with my spiritual guides. They're the ones that really help me provide the messages that help come through and the guidance that I give to everyone.
So thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me always.
And Pina, you want to tell a little bit about yourself?
I communicate with the angelic realm. I talk to angels. I talk to spirit. I see souls that have crossed over and come back for their relatives. I'm psychic when they allow me to be. And basically, I'm an oracle. They give me the message, I pass it on.
Well, pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and I love the both of them. And Lailani was supposed to be with us this evening. She might be coming in late, and we'll welcome her when she gets here. So I'm excited. I'm so excited about the rest of this month. We have lots of stuff happening at the shop. I'm going to tell a little bit about what's coming up this month for the rest of the month. And tomorrow evening, it's actually Pina and Star are doing an evening of wine and spirits. So it's an open gallery here at the shop, and so we're having over 21 glasses of wine and receiving messages from the girls. It's a lot of fun. So you want to talk about it?
I don't really know what to say about it. When once the people are here, if we receive messages from loved ones or we just pass them along and we drink some wine and have a few laughs.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And Star's here, and Star's energy is way up there,
Mm-hmm.
super up there. So it's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
What else do we have coming up? We do have Joe is actually doing a
Yeah.
workshop here this month at the shop. You want to tell us about your workshop?
So I'll be teaching a lot of people who come. You should come, definitely. It's going to be metaphysical life coaching and how to manifest. Like I was saying before, there's a lot of things that we as individuals don't know how to manifest, and there's times where we don't even realize we're manifesting. And I'm going to be providing a lot of things that I've learned over my couple of years, and giving that to you, basically in a visual too. I got a whiteboard and everything, so I'll be drawing. Bring your notebooks. I'm going to draw my best as possible, but I really get into it. This is where my passion really is because I love learning more about it. And the more I love learning it, the more I love to share it. So there's a lot of things that I realized over the time is that we don't understand how to manifest or why it's not coming in the way we think it should be or all those fun things. So come in, check it out. I look forward to seeing you.
It's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait. I'll say, and that is on Friday the 30th at 7 p.m. We're starting at that time. So
It's only $40, right?
it's only $40. Walk-ins are welcome. Of course, you can give me a buzz here at the shop, and I'll hold you a spot. And we let me just let you know that we do social distance for all of our events, and we're very cautious on that. Right now, we're no masks. I know people saying, "Why don't you have your mask on?" Well, we can't do the show with the mask on. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
It's one of those things where you go into a restaurant, you can take it off with your friends because you're comfortable.
That's right, and we've been together a lot of the times. Also, on Friday, October 23rd, John DeBlasi is back here at the shop. Hey, Anthony. He's doing the Kachina Beings and Multidimensional Experience. I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to that. Do you know about that, the Kachina
No.
Beings?
No, what's that?
So what it is different in different. Well, the way I looked at it, it was that there's different Native American Indian tribes and created these dolls and what represented different beings.
Okay, okay.
So it happened to be that one of the tribes that I had looked up was the Hopi Indians, which I had mentioned to Pina before, which was a tribe that when I was in school, I had to do a report on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was funny that it's funny how things that are happen now in your life later in life that you
Comes
connected to when you were younger,
Right.
you know.
That's
So
cool though.
But I'm excited about being part of that. John's workshops, he takes you off. It's a lot of meditation in his workshop, but he connects you to so many different dimensions or dimensional beings or all sorts of beings, dragons, the skulls. And he's going to be doing on Halloween, he's going to be doing crystal skull readings. So
Right.
you should definitely come in and do those.
Yeah.
So it's a great workshop when we have John here. It's a lot of, you never know.
Let
That's
us
what happens. You never know what's going to happen. And then we're having the Halloween party on October 31st, the Saturday Halloween costumes.
So what's going on for Halloween during the day and at night?
During the day, we're just doing $35 readings all day, $35 15-minute readings.
Okay.
So if you're going to come and read, if you'd like to come and read, we want you to be here doing your reading. So I know a lot of you wait for Joe to be here for the readings. Pina's going to be reading. John is going to be reading. I think Lailani's probably going to come in and do some reading. So there'll be a bunch of us here. And then at 6:30, we're going to start our Halloween party.
Bring your own bottle.
Mm-hmm.
We're supplying the food. We're supplying the goodies.
Yes,
Bring
I'll have
your own
plenty of
bottle.
food and goodies for everyone. So and you need to wear a costume. Thank you. Wear your costume. So
And drink responsibly.
drink responsibly.
Right.
And there's a taxi service here in the village that does pick up if you need. So we've got all the avenues covered. So do come in and visit with us. Hey, Liz. Hey, Candace.
What's up, Candace? Liz? Anthony?
So lots of fun stuff. And I can't wait to put my costume on. I'm actually prepared. I'm never prepared. I'm always late and last and not prepared for things. And now I am prepared, which is super cool.
But we didn't make the food yet, so we're
No,
not totally
not the food.
prepared.
Not the food. No, definitely not.
We have a menu.
So we were talking about a lot of things earlier today at the shop or just a little while ago. And I'm super energized. I know everyone's saying, okay, Mercury in retrograde, what's going to happen? And people are hunkering down, ready for it to hit. But I feel like this is really good. This is a good one. How are you feeling about it?
I'm already feeling, my physical body always seems calm, but internally there's a lot going on energetically. So I feel really good about this topic, or the topics that are going to come out.
I'm enjoying it. I have, Pina could tell you because she hangs out with me all the time, that it's just, it's like as if you went for a swim in that cold water, you went swimming in a cold ocean or something cold, and after you get out and you're like refreshed and rejuvenated, you get that feeling from the cold, even though you're like shivering, but you feel so good on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel with this change. And you message me, you say, well, how do you feel about this? Have you felt the shift? I have felt, and this is the shift that I'm feeling from it, which is an energy shift where we're heightening our energy and we're starting to connect more. The universe is enlightening us more, giving us more messages, more downloads, and more expansion, and waking up more of you out there. Everyone, it's time to wake up, people.
Yeah.
We're waking up. The more people that come in, lately I've been getting some of the readings. I don't do them too often, but I'll do them if no one else is here.
Mm-hmm.
And all these people have a gift. I mean, everyone has gifts, but they really have gifts.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been experiencing it?
There's it depends on the person. So there's times where I'll read someone and it's just about the messages that come through, but quite often I have a person that needs to realize that their gift is who they are, and they need to understand how that's blocking them and why they need to grow with it. Recently, I was speaking with a client about how they needed to start understanding divine timing, because there was a time where I was doing a raffle. I had runes. Is that how you say it? Runes?
Runes. Mm-hmm.
So they had won them, and they actually had recently got a reading with me, and this was a while ago. And I said, did you actually start learning how to do the runes yet? And she went, no. I said, I know you didn't, but these are things that we need to start to work with. Everything happens for a reason, and they present things to you for a reason in life. So, but yeah, there's people that have gifts, or the awakening is happening to them, and they don't know what it is or why.
A lot of them are fearful of it. I have in the last couple of weeks encountered a couple of people that their third eye's open, but they're so scared of what they're gonna see, they shut it.
Mm.
And and they're not trusting. So that's that takes a while to overcome.
What I'm having fun with recently is that I have a mentorship sessions, and there's like 3 30-minute and 1 hour every week. And so I've been working with individuals with their intuition, allowing spirit to come through. And sometimes they wind up being a medium, and sometimes they're intuitive, and we work on different techniques. And I was telling everyone I'm comfortable with talking about it now because I am human. I remind everyone this. I still have a life to live. I actually had a little car accident, and I'm fine. Everything's good. But no one really knew. Only 2 or 3 people, and the client that I had didn't know any of them. And she said, "Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna work on it." I said, "Don't try. Just let it come through." She said, "I'm getting that you're sad," because it was literally the day after. And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "They're telling me accident. Do you have a car accident?" I said, "Yeah." So I actually have fun letting them
Yeah.
go with it. I said, "Just have fun. Let it come through." And so these people do have gifts, and some of them are just living in the 3D where it's the old conditioning and they're blaming the other people or life and this problem, that problem, but not realizing their own internal energy.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. On Sunday, I do the meditation on Sundays. And one of the things I do with the meditation is if you're a regular, you bring a deck. I tell you to bring your own deck that you work with. But I always have decks here that you can choose from. And everyone shares a card with the person all around the table. Everyone gives out a card. And then at the end of the meditation, everyone reveals the card. And the person, so if Pina, well, we'll say Lisa, but Lisa's here in the audience with us, and she attends this Sunday meditation. She does bring her own deck. So I say, okay, Lisa, what are you getting from that card? What is the message you want to give to that person? So it's helping everyone to expand, to use their abilities that they do have, but you know, enlightening them to those abilities.
Society has taught us that it doesn't exist, that it's our imagination, that it's not real. Until you experience it, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, this is real. This is really happening. And it's conditioning. We've been conditioned so much to believe that it's not real that now that it's all coming to light, so to speak, people are a little bit taken back. And that's where the fear is coming in. Because, they've been taught, no, this doesn't exist, but here you have someone manifesting in front of you.
Exactly. So it I get I have it all the time, and even in the readings I've had, with my child is seeing the grandma saying it's grandma, grandpa, whatever, and I say yes, and they said, what do I do? I said nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do nothing. Just leave them alone. The thing is that we're told, okay, it's not real, or it's not happening, or
Imagination.
so
you dreamt it.
just my advice to you is just leave it alone. Just let it happen. It's a natural thing, the abilities and all of that.
Absolutely.
So Candace says she loves your mentorship program.
Yeah. Thank you, Candace.
Nice.
So, what else has been happening for you?
What else has been happening for me? Let's see. Within the past, I'm always going through phases, I feel, and I recently had to learn how to slow down. My mind has been like decluttered in the past, I used to go nonstop, and now it's been calmer. But what I've been working with is the fact that I don't have to do anything. I could be in the moment. So I've been practicing that, and that I don't have to, because I used to wake up in the morning and go, okay, what am I going to do today? And I would do something, but it would be what's next, what's next. And I had to learn to just slow my mind and just be comfortable with that energy. And it's helping me a lot with more of the channeling and the intuitiveness side too, because my energy's not go, 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 go. It's just trust it. So you don't have to rush it, life in general, because everything is still associated with the same topics, as within, so without, but with everything else too.
Right.
And so that's what I've been working on. And also I have a tarot class coming up, getting ready for intuitive tarot. So
Nice.
trusting spirit while you're looking at the picture and gradually letting it come through more. And it's different ways to allow your spirit guides to come through, but trusting yourself in a group session. I love them because I didn't realize it till the first group we did, and a lot of people get nervous at first, and they start to come together in the chat, and they start asking each other questions, and what do you guys think about this? And I give them homework.
Yeah.
I
So it's
like
fun.
that.
Cool.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
A
very
group
cool.
session like that is a good thing. That's good. So everyone's bouncing their thoughts off of each other, and then I think you're energizing each other, so opening the connection more for each other. Right, when you're in a room where there's more energy, you're more. For me, anyway, my
Well, you're
experience is.
like-minded, and like-minded people teach each other without realizing that they're teaching.
Hmm.
We learn
That's
off of
cool.
each other
I like it.
constantly.
When did you do that class?
It starts November 3rd, so it's going to be 6 sessions, and they're from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. And if you can't make one or two, they're recorded, so I'll send it to you. But I do test them at the end.
Very cool.
Everyone passes for the most part, unless you don't.
There's
So
no failing.
No failing.
unless so the test is I get random people that I know that they don't know, and I put them in the Zoom. It's like one-on-one,
Mhm.
and they give them a reading. And so I asked the clients, how they go. And if for some reason I feel like it's not, I'll still work with the person. I'm not going to be like, well, take a class next time we can do it again. But other than that, it was just that energy that I was talking about.
It's cool. That's
With
pretty
me.
cool. I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
And you, Miss Pina?
Same old, running around like a chicken without a head. Here, Derby, Woodbury.
So we're here all the time. Thursdays usually evenings. Star has her psychic mediumship workshop. Not this Thursday because they're doing
We're doing the
the
spirit.
gallery, Wine and Spirits.
That sounds fun.
It is fun.
It is fun.
It is fun. We've done it before. We've done it before with Star, and Star likes to. I love you, Star. She she likes. She makes sure that everybody in her group gets a message. So what we were doing before the lockdown, I call it, I worked with the Pauling Public Library, and so we offer them a special night of gallery readings,
That's cool.
for the library. And so because it's small, we hosted here for the library. And the last time was with Star. She did it because my mom was supposed to do it, and then my mom got sick,
Yeah.
and so Star did it. And we had 28 people show up, and she's like, I'm reading 28 people. So, but she did a great job. She did a great job, and everyone more or less got something. And what happened a lot was that Spirit, the message for one person wound up to be the message for two or maybe three other people. Because
Okay.
in this one particular section, there was a dad that came through, and he had all the same traits as the other two dads.
Oh,
So it was like a message for three people because the dads had the same. They all like fishing. They had all similar traits.
huh.
So it's funny how in the gallery setting, more than one person gets a message.
That's
That
cool.
happened with us too. And the woman came through, and the three people said, "That's me,"
Mhm.
when I was describing what she was saying and doing. And three people were like, "That's me," and I was like, "Well, who is it?"
That's true. That's
Yeah.
so true. So I see all you guys out there. Give us a shout out if you want us to talk about something. If you have a question, we'll be more than happy to answer for you. We do have people in our audience here.
Hi.
A few people out there. If you have a question, shout it out. Quiet, quiet. It's like crickets in here. What's happening
I
here?
don't know.
Before we go on live, we're having all these conversations. We're talking. It's this. It's that. Everybody's
We
talking.
can't talk about everything on Facebook.
No, we cannot.
Just kidding.
No, we cannot. But
Why do you think I'm quiet?
then all of a sudden, it's like crickets.
Okay, we were talking about the veil thinning and dreams becoming I can't even talk anymore, more intense because their souls are visiting loved ones. So dreams, people have been coming to me all week telling me about their intense, very clear dreams. So that's one way they're connecting with us.
Mm.
So that might be something
Connecting.
Anybody here?
Having lots of dreams, I do all the time.
Yeah.
I don't the thing is that I know that I'm there's so many. I have like continuous constant dreaming of crazy things, but then I'm here and I'm there. I'm like doing so many different things, and then I try to remember, and I say to remember that you need to remember that, but sometimes I do. And
Yeah, the best thing is if as soon as you open your eyes, if you remember, write it down. Whatever you remember. It could be one thing, a word, an action, a face, whatever.
Mhm.
But that's the best way because as your day progresses, we lose it. So it's just as soon as you open, because
You
I
wanna
know my own experience.
You want to know how I remember?
How?
I tell someone.
Oh, well, that's
Okay,
good.
yeah, that's a good
So
idea.
the one that I had this one last month. I told Joe about it. It makes me smile every time I think about it. But I had this dream. There's a black horse. The black horse speaks. I don't remember exactly what it says. It's really hard to get every detail down right. So, but all I know is Joe, my brother, is there in my dream, and he says he's connected to you, something along the lines. He's like, he's yours, or your your family. That's what it was. That's what it
Okay.
was. But that's all I
My
remember.
phone.
That's pretty okay. Pina loves to look up dreams and animals.
And the reason I want to look it up is because our angels will give us messages in our dreams. And when they give you an animal, they're being very specific about what they want you to know. And that's why I need to look up
Does the
black
color of the horse count as well? Oh,
Yes.
nice.
So
That's
somebody
cool.
talking.
Candace says she always wakes up between 2:30 and 3:30 a.m. Me too, Candace.
The bewitching hour.
And she's recently been remembering her dreams. That's good. I'm trying to work on that. And Sai says, what are your thoughts on people who jump right into providing spiritual work and services for clients for a fee less than 1 year or 6 months after their own learning process? Is it happening more and more all the time?
Well, there's a couple things that I would like to talk about on this question. The first thing is and I'm just going through it in my mind in different avenues. For me, I was learning a lot of this for more than a couple of years. It was about now it's 12. But when I actually started to do readings, I didn't charge right away, but it's been the past 2 years. And then I started to get comfortable with it. In my opinion, number one, I don't think it's important for us to focus on everyone else's journey on a certain scale. Just focus on yours. The second thing too is also we all start somewhere. Now, I personally feel like everyone starts somewhere, but in my opinion though, if they're just starting to learn and they just learned, I think it takes time to like put yourself in a position to start charging for it. But this is how I'm thinking about it right now. I've noticed on Facebook Live, there's a lot of people, and I'm not judging, and we all start somewhere. They're doing donations, which I think is not a bad idea because you're providing, they are still utilizing their energy.
Right.
Energy is still attention focused. They're working with something. But we have to let go of judgment and focus on our own journey at the same time. Um, and also, we can't hinder people because if they're growing in that way and they're actually doing it, what are we to say, like, hey, you shouldn't do that? But at the same time, they're learning and experiencing something. I'm always learning more, to be honest with you.
So am I.
We're always learning. We never stop
We never
learning.
stop.
We never stop learning.
Yeah.
And my 2 cents on that is, yes, I agree with Joe. And the donation is a good idea because there should be some sort of spiritual exchange, even if it's $1. It doesn't have to be that you're charging $50 or a large sum of money. It could be just something small. I think that's.
I'm not sure.
That was
Alexa doesn't
Alexa
know.
said she's not sure. I think that if you're doing it with love and light, Spirit's going to guide you to where you're supposed to be, and whether or not you're supposed to charge a certain amount. But I charge here at the shop because there's other people and we have expenses here. But if I'm personally doing the readings, sometimes I don't charge. Sometimes I just charge a few dollars, or sometimes I say, bring me a piece of cake and a coffee. So
I still owe you a piece of cake and a
you,
coffee.
so you know, it's not. It's got to come from your heart. You know, when you're working with spirit, it has to be with love and light, and working your angels.
Absolutely.
And Sai said he agrees. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to tell you about the horse. The horse spirit animal symbolizes personal drive, passion, and appetite for freedom. Among all the spirit animals, it's one that shows a strong motivation that carries one through life. The meaning of the horse varies depending on whether excuse me, whether this animal spirit guide is represented as wild, tamed, moving freely, or constrained.
Be tamed, I'd assume.
Is tamed. So basically, it's your drive, your goals, getting out there and doing something. There's something that you've been wanting to do, and now you got to go for it.
Makes
It actually
sense.
makes a lot of sense.
It
Yes,
does.
it
That's
does.
cool. That's cool.
Because our angels talk to us in our dreams, and if
Mhm.
you take the time to break it down, because they like to play, and they make me Sherlock when I'm doing readings. I have to figure out their symbolisms. For the most part, I have them down because I've been doing it long enough. Not to say how old I am, but sometimes they throw little things at me, and I'm like, "What in the world does that mean?" And I'll just tell the person I'm reading, and 90% of the time, they're like, "Oh, I know that. I know what that is, or that represents." But if you can take what they're showing you in the dream and break it down,
Mhm.
things aren't always as they seem, except when it's an animal. That's being very specific. But if they showed you a carpet, you got to take it. How else can I use it? I walk on it. Maybe people are walking on me. I use it to soundproof a room. Maybe I need to be quiet, calm my mind. You've got to start like taking it apart, and you'll get the message. It's just a little tricky. You'll be amazed. That's why if you could write anything you remember down, look at it later on. Don't look at it right away. Like go through your day. When you're sitting quiet, look at it. Start picking through it. If you really get stumped, look in dream interpretation. They'll give you an idea.
Uh-huh. I love animal totems because it's even the animals that cross your path.
Mhm.
I love to do it. I'm like, oh, there's a fox. What does the fox mean? It actually means something.
Yeah,
I do.
absolutely.
I do too. I do.
Yeah.
I tell her all the time. Oh, just
What happens when you see dead animals? Like I've been seeing dead raccoons everywhere. Does that mean anything?
well, the raccoons and snakes are really stupid this time of year. I don't know why, and I love them, but they're
Yeah,
always
they get
underneath your tires.
confused. They get confused this time of year.
Mm.
I've been seeing a lot of dead squirrels everywhere.
That's what I've heard, but I haven't.
I have.
I've seen
a
because
lot.
they're gathering their nuts, they're running frantic, and so they're crossing the streets. And he's laughing because I said nuts. But it's an unfortunate. I pray every time I see a dead animal. I say a prayer for them, and hope that it was quick and painless.
I don't personally think there's a meaning to that. How about you,
Yeah,
Joe?
I
I'll
don't-
give that to you.
I think it's just
Yeah.
I don't
unfortunate.
think so.
I
That-
love the animals.
Yeah, it's
It's not an
unfortunate.
No.
No. I'll tell you what's an omen. During the summertime, I was minding my business walking, and there was a dead bird that fell and landed in front of my feet. That to me was an omen.
Yeah,
Because that bird came out of nowhere. Okay. But seeing, it's like someone threw that bird at me, I swear.
I actually just posted a video I came across, and there was, I think, crows.
Oh, I've seen that.
And they were frozen. Some of them were just frozen on the houses, and they were driving by the house. No, there was like I don't know.
Was that in Texas? Because they have an issue with crows.
I don't know,
I
but they
don't
were
know where it
frozen. They
was.
were on the house.
There
going
was
in.
like 4 houses, right?
Oh,
And she was
wow.
videoing it. So I've seen it.
Aw.
Megan, I see your question there. I'm going to get to it in 1 second. I seen that video, and my first thought was, when birds are drying themselves, they will open their wings and
Mhm.
sun. So,
But maybe that's what they were
but
doing.
birds are they like warmth, so they collect the heat in their wings and their feathers, and so when they're sunning, you'll see many birds that'll sun like that, and so they're warming their bodies.
I don't know. That's cool.
So
That's cool.
that's what I thought it was at first, but then it was many houses, and it was cloudy, so I thought, okay, so it's not the sunning. I thought maybe it was something spiritual, but I thought it was cool. If you see the video on Facebook, check it out for sure. Check out Joe's
What's the
feed,
question?
because you'll find it. She said she had a dream last night about a yellow snake with white spots, and it bit her.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments about spirituality, anything that you're confused about. We can chip in, and we got three awesome people here.
Yellow snake with white spots and it bit her.
I know.
At first, I thought it said white snake, and then
That's what I was looking because I thought it said white
That's
snake.
what I actually thought I read too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
and
all on the same
so
track.
the-
with white
the
They
white
just
snake.
shifted all of them.
yeah, the white snake for me represents the Kundalini.
Mm-hmm.
And so we talked about this on Sunday, right?
Mhm.
Was
Yes.
Sunday that we talked about
Yes,
the Kundalini
Sunday.
and how we're awakening. You know, when you have an awakening, right? You're to awaken the Kundalini, right? All of your chakras need to be into balance in order for your Kundalini to, rise and awaken and move on to the next level. My thoughts. So. And that's what I thought she was having that, but then she said that it bit her, and it could be a message for you to pay attention to something,
Okay,
or
so
someone's being deceitful.
that's a possibility, but it says here that if the snake bites you, it's usually a symbol of your fears in real life. So maybe something that you're not sure you want to do.
She
And-
said she went to the hospital in the dream, and they told her that it wasn't poisonous and it was a good snake.
Okay, so maybe there's something that you've been wanting to do, but you've been a little fearful to kind of take the leap. So that's a possibility.
I think so. I think that was that kind of message for sure.
Mhm.
I hope that helped you a little bit, Megan. So this is Sadie that Joe picked up. That's my little puppy girl.
That's what I kept looking at because she was at her feet.
Yay, there's Sadie.
Say hi.
She is the mascot to
Yeah.
Angel Aura.
Purity of color, balance of the white fur.
She's in control.
She's
just
the
got-
chakra stabilizer here.
Yes, that's right. She got her grooming yesterday, and she's a little angry with me. She was a big fuzzball.
That's why she's not looking at you.
Yes, she's mad at me. She's mad
I didn't
at
bring you, right? No, I wasn't there.
Picked her up. She was like, "Why? Why?" She said, "Thank you."
You're welcome.
So come on, shoot some more questions out there.
Give us
We'd love to hear
questions.
them. So I'm so really excited about the rest of this. I don't know. I'm just like excited about so much lately. It's crazy. I don't know.
I've been feeling good despite little things. That's what happened with me with this little accident I had, and I was just talking about it earlier before. I've had little historical moments in the past when I was like 16 and 18 and those things. But in the past, I was so conditioned to feeling guilty because I was in the wrong and I was always wrong. And this time around, I was like, why am I upset? And it was an old pattern ending, and I realized this is not my fault. And although I felt bad for the car and the situation, everyone was okay. I learned to let it go, and to me, that's a lot of. I like to talk to other people about it too. This is the time to start mindfulness. Like if you didn't start yesterday, start today, and start asking yourself, why do I feel this way? Because how we respond to things is a sign, and it's a sign of awareness for you to realize the things that you want need to be changed and how you react to life in general. And so we have to get out of this old pattern of the anger, the sadness, the blaming other people at work for why you're not succeeding. Because this is a big important within the past couple of years, even as we keep going, for awareness of self and how you feel and what you say and what you're doing. Don't talk about it, be about it. But mindfulness is really, it's not easy at first, well, for me. And then I started to realize the pattern, and I would ask myself, why am I in a negative vibration? Why am I not happy? And then I would actually hear a response. You're not happy because of this. Well, what is it about this that's triggering me? And then I would get another response. And once you actually become aware, even if it's an insecurity, and there's nothing wrong with that, it releases that energetic weight that you're carrying.
Yes. Recognizing once you bring it forward and recognize it and realize that you don't really doesn't serve you any purpose, you can let go of it. Releasing. That was my message. Was it Sunday? Yeah, all my cards on Sunday. I had about 5 of them. Each one said release. So that was my big message for Sunday, to release. But I have been working on that, and I always say, yeah, I'm working on things. I'm going to do it, but I'm really doing it now. And so it's pretty cool, and experiencing it with other people who have similar patterns or are going through patterns. I was on this pattern of the continuous record, where you keep doing the same thing over and over and over. How many times can you walk through that door? How many times could you be smacked by that door? Right? Well, I'm not going through that door no more. I'm done with it. So it's pretty cool getting rid of that, and that's been a big thing, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah,
A lot of people have been experiencing
a lot of
that.
people are realizing that happiness starts within. Nobody can make you happy but you.
Mhm.
And see, that's the problem. Society teaches you, especially young girls, oh, get married, marry a rich man. I hate that. I hate
Yeah.
hate that. Go get an education, travel the world, and live your life and be happy.
Exactly.
If you meet
Exactly.
someone along the way, wonderful. And if not, be happy with your own company. I love being with myself, being quiet, reading, whatever I'm, just getting my thoughts. And then I'll enjoy people too. But I love, I know people who can't be alone.
Mhm.
They just can't be alone.
No, I like being alone.
I do too. I enjoy.
But I'm always
my-
talking to somebody when I'm
Me,
alone.
well,
anyway.
me too. But I enjoy that quiet time.
I spend my time talking
Yeah.
to spirit when I'm not talking to anybody. I talk to my mother all the time.
Yeah, I always
Couple-
talk to my
A
parents.
couple of years ago, I needed to always go out, be in a relationship, do this, do that. And then the more I learned to love myself and learn what I like, and now I just want to be alone.
Yeah,
I look
Yeah.
forward to.
All
I
right,
look
my-
forward to
my
the things I'm
space.
going to do. What am I going to
Give
do
me
while
my
I'm alone?
space.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
do that right now. I'm going to listen to this audiobook. I'm going to
yeah. You do. You
I'm going
start
to do this
to.
thing. I'm going to do that. I'm going to work my cards.
I had a friend a few years ago called me out and said to me, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm being quiet. I want to be alone tonight." And they were like, "Well, I'm alone." I said, "No, you're not. You're in good company." And they go, "No, you're not hearing me. I'm alone." I go, "No, you're not hearing me. You're in good company.
Mhm.
You're with. Enjoy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the time. I mean, I'll do my nails, or I'll read a book, or I'll listen to some music, or it's just me time and spirit
Self-love.
because I'm constantly talking too.
It's good. It's all good. I love doing
Well, my new thing now is my Alexa starts doing an alarm when I'm talking to spirit. So I know that the spirits in my room are pulling the energy from her because all of a sudden she starts going, woo, woo. It's crazy. I love it though. I laugh. I'm like, okay.
Alexa does that too here. She'll randomly do stuff, randomly say weird stuff.
Yeah.
Weird things will come out of Alexa's mouth.
Especially here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
true.
happens in my room too. It's like be really
It's
quiet. I'll be
true.
reading and all of a sudden she'll say something. But when I talk to spirit, spirit answers me in a lot of different ways. And I always have a candle lit for the goddess. And sometimes the flame will start dancing or
Mhm.
doing
Oh,
things.
that's cool.
And I know how to read the flames because I do candles. And so I'll ask a question and I know the yes and the no or the be quiet, I don't want to answer you response. So I just watch that and that's pretty cool. And then Alexa starts in. So I got the candle flame going, Alexa whooping. It's quite interesting.
If you guys can do us a favor, share this live out to some groups and your friends and cool people, even if they don't know you're spiritual and they might judge you. That's cool too. Don't worry about what people think about you. Just be you. Share the live for us. That'd be great.
Oh, Anthony wants his numbers.
Ask her yourself, man.
Really? Ask her
Brother.
yourself.
He says, next time you talk to mom, ask her where my numbers are. She said, Anthony, start listening. Pay attention. He's so funny, my brother. He's like, he is so
He
funny.
should have been a comedian.
He wants to. He can connect in his own way, and he's always like, ask mom. What do you think? I have like a direct line to my mother. Ask mom.
That's funny.
Yeah, if you have any questions about spirit, about tarot cards, anything spiritual, feel free to just comment in the comments below.
Let us know what cards you work with, what deck you work with, what type of decks you like. I'm just working with the Beyond Lumerian.
Yeah,
That's
really
that deck there, which is an oracle deck. It's a great deck. It's an amazing deck, and I usually don't read the books in the decks, but this one has so many stories in it that you need to read the book.
That's cool.
Candace says, "Is there a way to teach, learn slash teach about candle flames? That's really interesting. I'm a candle maker too. Oh, that's cool. Tina?
Okay. I
That's
enchant candles. I get the pullouts, and I work them. I put my energy sigils. I do them for individual people for whatever they need. And once you start really working with it, you'll start to see. You'll start to see if they're in the glass. You'll see pictures form on the glass. You will start to connect with spirit and ask. Say, show me what a yes answer would be. That's what I did. I said, show me yes. But my yes and your yes is going to be different. So if I tell you what mine looks like and you try it and it doesn't happen, you're going to say, well, that's not. So because spirit's going to give you different reactions. Same thing like when you're working with a pendulum. You ask, show me yes, show me no, show me maybe. What I get for yes, Diane might not get for yes. So you have to work with it. Talk, enchant, put your energy into the candle for whatever your intention is to help manifest it. And then watch it as it burns and talk to whoever you pray to, whoever you're setting that candle to, and ask them to show you. You will see the difference in the way the flame rises or dances. Sometimes my flames dance. Sometimes I see double flames when I know there's only one wick. All of a sudden I have a double flame. But I know how to read what she's telling me because I'm talking to the goddess when I'm talking and asking questions and she's showing me. So you need to experiment with it yourself. You'll see it. You'll connect.
She says she's gonna try it.
Absolutely,
Thank
it'll
you.
work.
Thank you. I was gonna say it's like using a pendulum, but any
Yeah.
divination tool that you use, everyone has their own way to use it.
Mm.
I mean, answers just like in the cards, reading the cards. Everybody reads the card, can use the same deck but get different answers,
Different messages.
Messages.
Absolutely.
not answers, messages. So it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I'll have to give it a try. I frequently when I can, not now because we're not able to
what?
travel so much, go to Casadega. It's a spiritual camp in Florida. Have you been there?
No, I've never
Okay,
heard
so
of
I
it.
tell everybody about it
Road
'cause
trip.
I love going there. It's such an amazing place. That it's a whole community of mediums. And they all live in the houses, and you can go from house to house and have a reading with little mini reading with any of the mediums. And they have workshops and different things that you could go to. They also have fairs, and there's just like the shop here. It's like a whole village of that,
That's cool.
right? And it's the sister camp to Lilydale here.
I was
here
just
in
gonna
New
say
York.
that sounds just like
Yeah,
Lilydale.
because Lilydale is in Canandaigua. So they became snowbirds, and they're in that property there in Florida.
Someone
And
actually just brought up the thinning of the veil again. They must have missed that earlier before we were talking about it.
oh, I didn't see that. I keep hearing that the veil is thinner this time of year. What if any type of activity might occur from the
Yeah,
veil
we pretty
thinning?
much talked about that.
Well, energy is higher. Dreams are more intense. Your intuition is more keen. You feel things more because the energy is starting to like meld. Trying to think what else. What else would give you a sign of it?
I think connections are a lot easier. Everything's
Yeah,
easier.
your
You're just
intuition
more-
is much more intense.
Yeah,
Spirit said too about pushing creative ideas and making things happen because you have a lot of people that are coming to you to help you. A lot of shifting and changing. What I was talking about before with you the other day about messaging you was how there was this overwhelming feeling of a big shift happening.
Mhm.
And for me, it was a really good feeling. In the past, when I used to feel them, they were this negative shift because when the beginning happens, to me, your ego has to come to surface and you have to start addressing it. And for me, in the beginning, I didn't understand that. And so, what I feel too is that this is a time to release, let go, trust your intuition, trust what keeps coming to your mind for changes. That's what just came to me about that.
Yeah, he says, yes, been getting more dreams. Absolutely.
Write them
Um,
down.
Joe, when Joe messaged me about that, I had just finished going through a stage of migraine, but it wasn't a migraine. It was like if your ears were gonna pop and you have that extreme pressure, and it's like and as soon as it pops, it's like, oh, thank God, right? But I had that for a couple of days, and the was last Thursday actually put
Yeah.
me. I was out, couldn't even come out, and my
Wow.
head was so. And no matter what I did, I just couldn't get rid of that pressure. It was unbelievable. And then it started to slowly dissipate, and then it was like a burst of everything right after I got through that pain. So I don't know if it was just a migraine or if it was just the energy
It
shifting.
sounds like an energy buildup.
You know, yeah, that's kind of like what it felt. And as soon as the where are you, Lailani? Are you here? As soon as that popped, I was good. Everything was good,
Yeah.
and my whole energy
Yeah, it
shifted.
sounds like it was like an energy buildup that kind of just, like when you fill a balloon too much and it just starts to expand and it goes.
Yeah.
So, and with all your releasing and cutting and shaving and tapping, so it
Doing
could,
that, right?
it could have been
Everybody's
just
getting
kind of all
Chop,
just,
chop. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it just
And then it
said,
was gone. But it was kind of nightmarish when I first started. I was like, what's happening? This is not me. This is not me.
yeah,
But it is past, thank God. So I'm
Good
done with
thing.
that. Oh, are you home, Leilani, now, or you're here? She said finally made it.
probably made it home.
Probably made it home. Candace, yes, Casadega. I'm gonna go back. I'm sorry. I'm flipping back to the page just for a few minutes. It's in Florida. It's by DeLand. And when you're there, there's so many different people that you can home looking. Oh, okay. We miss you. There's so many different people that in and workshops and healers and drumming, and there's so much stuff going on in the camp. And I went to one of the talks from one of the mediums, and what he did with the candle was he used a paper, and I forget exactly what you're calling it, and spirit, he did over the candle with the paper, and then spirit put the message on the paper, right?
Was it a picture or words? 'Cause I've done it where a picture is
This
formed.
picture one,
Yeah.
sometimes it was words.
Yeah. I've never gotten words, but I've done it where a picture has formed on
Yeah,
the paper.
he did, and I was like, wow. And so that was cool. I seen him do that, and then I seen the trumpet where the trumpet floats around the room. Spirit takes the trumpet around the room,
That's
Is
cool.
that like the chair, the floating table, or something like that?
and that's
Or
like the table tipping. And
Table
I've done
tipping.
table tipping, and that's what I learned to do table tipping.
they move the trumpet around the room. I really want to. I never saw table tipping or the.
I could do table tipping with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it. Have you been here
No,
for
not
table
yet.
tipping,
Not yet.
Jonathan?
I've seen it, yes.
You have not? Marion has experienced it with me. I have a video. There's a video somewhere on one of my pages on the Angel Aura, and you'll see the table moving around the room.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's very cool. I love table tipping, but I haven't done it in a while. People have asked me if I would do it again, but I haven't done it for a while because when you're using the table, whether you're using the table, using the trumpet, you're using a Ouija board or whatever you're using, it's a or tarot cards. Spirit is coming in through that, And so when you do the table, we're opening up a
Portal.
portal
Ooh.
for a spirit to come and move the table, right? Because it's their energy that's pushing the table around. So we're using it sort of like in a seance where your hands are on the table and you're asking a spirit to come in, but they're using the table as the conduit rather than the medium. So we're not channeling, we're channeling it through the table.
That sounds like fun.
It is a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do it on Halloween. Spooky.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
That would be super cool, yeah. And so, Leilani's going to be doing bone throwing. They're charming, bone throwing on
Throw
on
me a bone.
on Halloween. It's gonna be super cool. Maybe we'll get started, do tea leaf readings or something
Someone
like that.
said, let's make drums. We're hoping to do that soon.
Yeah, we are
Really?
gonna be
Do it,
doing
yeah.
drums. Yep. Mhm.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are gonna be doing that soon. We're working on getting
The animal skin.
the animal skins right.
Damaris is going to lead us on that one.
Yeah.
She made some beautiful drums, and so
What's that?
Oh wow. Quantum vortex energy says civilians are too intellectually and technology feeble to detect, much less comprehend, the kind of communication that's occurring amongst much more advanced species, especially paranormal. That's pretty deep.
This is dangerous at this
it is
stage.
dangerous. And I was going to say something when you're opening portals,
Right.
you need to know how to close them also.
Exactly.
You can't.
Exactly.
That's why I don't like Ouija boards. People open up doors and they don't know how to close them.
Hmm.
And sometimes undesirable and negative energy comes through.
Hmm. That's true. That's true.
So
When I do my table tipping, I do it with love and light. I do ask the angels to come in. I do a whole big routine before that actually happens. It's not just randomly taking the table and opening up a portal. I would never do that. And I don't use Ouija boards. Um, and yes, I don't like them.
no, neither.
I don't like them, but I will do table tipping. It is done with love and light and always with angels because I do work with the angels. When you're dealing with beings whose intellect is so far beyond your own, I don't think it's safe to assume they have your best interest at heart, and that's true. Then,
And-
how do you close the Ouija board, a door?
Number one, I don't recommend ever using a Ouija board.
No.
Mm-mm.
When I do a reading, there's still a portal. When
Mhm.
when I do certain sessions, there's still portals. People can do this with their mind without even knowing.
Mhm.
The importance of is how do you close the reading? How do you close the session? This is
Right.
why affirmations, confirmations, using your words. But I do not, and I don't play around. Don't use a Ouija board. That's
Nope.
my. If you want
Mhm.
advice, I don't. Never did. Never will.
Nope.
No.
Neither will I.
How do you close the portal? You got to make sure you're verbally communicating properly, and you're asking your spirit guides always to protect you, always speaking to them. Actually, in misas, when you're doing spiritismo or what they call a mass, it's a mass of light beings, which are your guides and angels, and there's prayers, and the prayers are clearing negative things and putting the negative things at bay. And even at the end of that, we still have to close the misa so that the misa is ended. So there must be an understanding, verbal and actions taken, not just saying goodbye, 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 because I heard that never works either.
Mhm.
So,
No, 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 no. I think that you know, the intention of spirit communication is with
Loved one.
your loved ones and not with something that's a negative. Um, wow, lots of. Can you
Yeah.
read that?
I shared this live in a group, but
Mhm.
you never know who's going to come in. So
Yes, that's fine.
the only discrepancy is that only a collective few actually know how to use it. The problem with that too is that the collective of the few people need to start sharing information.
Exactly.
A lot of people hold things egotistically. Well, you don't know what you're doing, so I'm not going to tell you, type of thing.
Right.
You have to share this stuff with other people so that it doesn't get in harm's way. Very few people are. This is why, actually, the question before someone said, how do you feel about people reading and charging if they've only been doing it for a little while? There's experience, even though they're doing it, they're still learning.
Mhm.
But even through learning, there's times where my spirit guides have allowed little things to come through, and I'm like, why would you do that? They're like, well, did you realize what you needed to do? Because you listened to us afterwards, and how'd you remove it?
Hmm.
So there's also the karma, positive and negative. People want to play with stuff they shouldn't play with, and they don't know what to do yet. So how I look at this overall is that um, everyone has their own choices in life. If they decide to do something and they mess around, then they need help, and that's just where people need to come in and either help them or not. So, but I agree with you. There's very few people that know how to handle that, and you need to take things lightly, not just go in playing with the Ouija board and summoning a Bloody Mary in a mirror. So
Yeah.
That's insane. Don't play with mirrors, people. Don't play with them.
No.
people want to do things to other people, and again, they get mad. They want to go to a spiritual shop, which most people that I know, and I love them for this too. That's why I hang around with them. They're not going to just do it. But I've known people that are like, okay, what do you need help with? Oh, I want my boyfriend to come back to me. Or I want this. I want that. And they do the intentional candle and all that stuff. And what happens is that things actually cause harm to that because two people might not meant to be together, and you're forcing something. And when people want to do that out of ego, it causes problems.
You can't force love.
Right.
God is love, and you cannot force God to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
God, love comes naturally. And people have an illusion that I'm going to make this person love me. You're not. You have to learn love before you can have anyone love you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the issue.
Mhm.
Unconditional love.
Yep.
It's a big lesson. I'm still always learning.
Yes.
It's a journey.
One thing that is that people need to, and when people come in here, they come in the shop and they say, well, I want to do this and I want to do that, or I want to make a spell, or I want to do this and I'm going to make that. I say, well, how do you know how to do that? I always ask them, well, did someone teach you that? How do you know this? Don't just, oh, well, I got a book. I say, no, get out. You're not getting it.
Yeah,
You
people
don't
dabble with things.
you're messing with things you don't understand, you don't know these things.
I had a client who bought a book and did something to a coworker. And after a couple of months, this poor coworker, their life was becoming miserable, but the client's life started becoming miserable. And then she called me up and she's like, you have to fix this. And I said, I didn't do it. You did something you shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Now you have to fix it.
I had a client in the reading, and I was picking up on the problems, and then I'm listening to her tell me, yeah, this is what's happening. And I said, wait a second, and this is literally what Spirit said. So I said, Spirit's telling me that you opened a portal. And they're like, I don't know what you mean. I said, did you do something spiritually to someone? No. I said, wait. Did you have someone help you with something spiritually? This lady, Spirit told me, and I said, tell me what you did. She says, we got to fix this. She was trying to help her family out. The lady told her to take a picture of her husband, put it in a jar, put with needles through him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but bury it too. And I was like, at what point do you think that was going to help you? With needles and burying it?
Really?
Yeah. And I said, don't you realize you're holding your head? I was like, don't you realize that this is 100% the reason why there's problems? And I come to find out, Spirit's telling me too that the lady did it on purpose to have her go back. She said, oh, there's going to be a lady that's going to want to intrude in the marriage. And I said, okay, do you see the big picture here?
Oh, yeah.
So people want to open portals and do things and they don't know. I mean, they want help.
They're playing with fire.
Even the removal of that, I had to have her write it down because you're working with energy that you bury that's negative. And now you have to cleanse yourself and remove it properly.
It's there are a lot of people out there that tell someone who's really trying to just get some help and tell them to do these crazy things for their own benefit, and it's insane. I hear a lot of crazy stuff. I don't want to repeat a lot of people's business.
They're doing it for the wrong intentions. And if we're talking about the veil being thin now, I think it's a time to make sure you're sure about what you're doing
and what you're manifesting.
and what you're
Yeah,
manifesting.
yes. It's one thing that we do talk about is when we're working on manifesting things in our life is to be very specific about what you want to manifest. Very specific, right down to the tiniest detail.
Yes.
Yeah, someone said something about not having any negativity during table tipping. When I read that, I thought about something. What I've noticed when I help people with mediumship and also spirit guides, the way you use your words. So even if it's table tipping, you're trying this at home, I don't know all the information about it, but if you're asking for only positive beings of light to be around during the session, I don't know how that works with a Ouija board, but with everything that I've done, I use the words properly in detail.
Yes.
Prayers.
Yeah, whenever I'm doing readings and I open up, I always ask for just love and light to come through. And my angels guard anything that's negative. They won't let it through.
It's always started with a blessing. So we start with a blessing. So, and
Absolutely.
prayer. Cute pup. Thank you. Yes, prayer is a big thing for me. So, and we always have to thank them for the wonderful gifts that we do have. I've always thanked the universe for everything that I have, no matter whatever your beliefs are. But I'm a big prayer person.
Yep.
Yes, Elizabeth, that's Sadie, and I'm stealing her. Well, get your butts in New York.
Now you can't. She's the Angel Aura shop dog.
Bring
Yeah.
the lily.
She's the
Bring
mascot.
lily.
Oh, she can have her cousin or her sister come.
Yes.
Is that her sister?
Elizabeth is my daughter.
No, is her dog Lily her sister?
No,
No.
no. They'll be. Lizzie has two Maltese, male and girl.
Oh, okay.
Male and female. Well, everybody, we have come to the end of the evening. I am so happy that you all came and joined us this evening. Remember, this is the Angel Aura Spiritual Boutique at 12 West Main Street in the Village of Pauling. Come on in and see us. We have a website, angelauraboutique.com. You can check everybody out on the website. You can read about the workshops that are coming up for this month. You can read about the mediums that are here. You can read about Joe, John, and Pina, and Lailani, and Star, and Martha, and myself. I think that's everybody on there. And if you have any questions, give me a buzz here at the shop. Or you want to stop in just to talk. On Sundays, I do meditation at 1 o'clock. It's always a lot of fun. I can't tell you what it's about because it usually is about whatever spirit is telling me to do for that day. And thank you for coming and
Well,
hanging
thank you for
out with
having
me
me.
tonight.
And thank everyone for
Thank you
watching.
for having
Appreciate
us.
it.
And don't forget Joe's tomorrow night, Thursday night, Pina and Star are doing the wine and spirits. So it's a gallery, an open gallery. So and that starts at 7. So come and meet us. Friday, we don't have anything this Friday, right? I don't think so. Nope,
Nothing Friday night.
nothing on Friday night. Joe's workshop is Friday, October 30th. Remember, give them a little short buzz about that.
It all starts with you. It's how to manifest your desires and the tools and techniques you might have been missing, and realizing you might have done this already before, but putting it all together in a nice package is going to be a fun time. I like to make you laugh, make you smile, try not to make you cry a little bit, but we're going to have a great time. I bought a big whiteboard. I'm going to doodle on it.
Look at his whiteboard. Come and see his whiteboard.
I invested in myself.
Invested in it. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of fun. What else? John DeBlasi, the Cucina Beings, a multidimensional experience. That's on Friday, October 23rd at 7 p.m. That is the journey with spirit of sun, interdimensional life, growth, abundance, and more. Also, Lailani has another workshop this month on the 24th, connecting with your spirit guides. It's a continuing workshop. This will be her third one coming. It's a lot of fun. Even if you've missed the other two, it doesn't matter. Come on in. And if you've missed any of the workshops that are repeats, just come on in. You jump right in and they'll catch you right up. Lailani also does readings. And Friday, yes, Miss Pina reads on Fridays. Every Friday, Pina's here reading. So nothing's happening on Friday.
Well, I meant no workshop at night. That's
And then we got the Halloween party, right?
And the big Halloween party on the 31st. Come with your costume.
and your own bottle.
Party starting at 6:30. During the day, we're going to be doing $35 15-minute readings. So come and have a reading with everyone. And we're going to have a vote for your favorite costume. So there will be prizes. Food and drink. So it's going to be a fun day. You can bring the kids during the day. I'll have candy for them. I know trick-or-treating is sort of up in the air, but it's going to be lots of fun. So thank you for joining us tonight. Love you all and have a blessed weekend.
Love you guys. Thanks for watching us.
Be blessed.